Hey everyone, welcome back to part 5 of our React.js tutorial series in 2025. Today we are building a multiple component layout and seeing how components share data through something called state lifting and props all this together. Let's get started. We will build a header component and a content component, footer component and button component that updates a message in the content area, and we will see how data flows between them, these components and all these things. So why split user interface into multiple components is used? So we know good apps are built by breaking big layouts into small reusable components. It makes user or a developer to easier to read, easier to maintain, and you can reuse parts wherever you need. So let's create components like a header component and all these things. Select a new file and give a header file .js. Within this, so instead of JS, you can give JSX also. It is just a extension version. And here I'm going to take a function. Just type RFC and enter. And a capital should be there in the header. So I'm returning something like a heading tag React tab header component. Okay. This is the header component, and it should return an element h1 element like a React app header component text. So let's be it here and create another file like footer.jsx. Same like this RFC, give the capital element, and I'm giving like something like paragraph text. Edit Mr. Some text is here. Okay, this is the footer component, and it was returning some HTML element like a paragraph tag. Now I'm going to create another component like a button.jsx. So within this button.jsx, I'm going to give something like a button element, and if we click this button, an action should be handle. So for this, I'm going to use the props. I'm going to take props dot handle click. Make sure you should remember handle click here, and we will use it later. And whenever you use the props, you should initialize it here. Just close the tag. So this is the button component. When we click this button component, handle click should be happen. Where this should be happen? So this is the app.js. Remember this welcome component. So this is the app.js. Here notice how we pass a props.message to the content component and props and all these things. Let's create a content.jsx. Content.jsx. So here I'm taking function. So it should return a h2 heading tag with the props. Props dot. I'm giving some message in this. So if you use it with props, just initialize props. Okay. Here in content area, there should be a content where we passed from the app.js or any other component. So we have content.jsx, header.jsx and footer.jsx with button.jsx. These four components are using here, and I'm going to take these components all together here in app.jsx. Okay, let's see something like What is state lifting? Sometimes two components need to share the same data, but they can't pass properties or props directly to each other. So for this, we have the solution like the state to their common parent. This is called state lifting. How components talk via a common parent. We will manage the message text inside the app.jsx and pass it to down as the props. So as we seen here, this is the app.jsx. We is just initializing, giving the header component and closing it. Let's see the output, what happens here. Go through this link. So we get the header component. Okay. Because we initialized here header component, thereafter I am going to give the content component. Before that, just give footer component. We will see footer component also working. Up to now, we have used header component and footer component. Both are used here. This is one of the main advantage and flexibleness in React.js, where we can use different components together, and it was very flexible and easy to do the coding or develop the project in React.js. So I'm just giving a content here. Within this, I'm giving message. Message is a variable. I'm closing it. Okay. This just down to it. Give the button. Here we have created a button component. So where word didn't should be capital. So this is the button component. Here the property is in button component. When you click, it should be happen like a handle click property. This property is here. So we are using that property here. Handle click. What should be happen? There should be a event. I'm going to do an event like handle change or a function. It was a function. So whenever you click this button, okay, just to see what happens. Button not getting. Uh, okay, let's see the output. We are not getting anything. So what might be the reason? Just console. Type the console. Message is not defined. Okay, we need to initialize the message variable where we have used in content. So I'm just giving message state message comma set message and using use state. uh, okay, within this use state I'm initializing the state variable with welcome to React tutorial 2025. So this is the text I'm giving here. So now message was initialized. Let's see the output. Still not getting. Handle change is not okay. We need to initialize this function also because we have declared, we have stated here. I'm giving, okay. Okay, we get the output here. We get the button and welcome to React.js tutorial 2025. Uh, this is the message we have given in message variable. This message variable was getting as a property to the content. This content is retrieving this props and just printing the message, which is the this is the variable here, and this and content will be use this message like it was the main thing. It will extract the message one content. So if we have given one like here message one, we should not get anything like this. So because of that, we need to give one. So we get the output. So this is how we use the properties in React.js. And let's see something like changing set change within the function. Set message. You have updated the content. So this is the output what we need to get when we click the button. So this message should be happen because we are updating the message when we click a button. So let's see the output. So it was updated. This is how we manage the state in React.js. We click the button, the content was updating. These are the components and these are the properties we are giving here. And app holds the message state, app passes the message to content, and the app passes a handle change function to button. On button click, updates message in app and triggers re-rendering in the content, which is the component. When we click the button, it will re-render the content component because there was a change in content component. This component only updated. So this is the where we use the properties and state management in React.js, and we have built a clean multiple component layout, passed properties down to the child components, shared data between components via state lifting, and made a button update with a data visible in a different component. So this is the wrap up for the part 5. In part 6, we will dive into React list, keys, and dynamic rendering, and all these things which are very exciting. It's going to be super practical, so don't miss it. If you learn something valuable, smash that hit like button. If you learn something valuable, give the like button and comment your questions. If you have any doubts, comment down and subscribe for the rest of the 220. So stay tuned. More bits of knowledge on your way. See you in part 6.